Hey everybody, Justin here. Today we're going to do a skid plate on the RK24. This skid plate is from TYM Customs. I ordered a skid plate from them. It's to protect your hydrostatic cooling fan. Now there's been a lot of stories. I've heard people talk about running sticks and things into the fan and shattering it because it's just a plastic fan. And the later model RK24s like my own here, they actually did try to put a little plate in there, a plastic plate. Offers a little bit of protection, but not much. I'll show it to you in a minute. And then of course the first models they didn't have anything at all. They just wide open to the fan. But I'll show you what TYM Customs has made, and the install should be pretty simple. And after we get it in there, then shouldn't have to worry about anything as far as any sticks getting in there and breaking the fan. Now I will say this, when I was reading the comments on Facebook, people were kind of knocking, putting the plate under there to protect that fan. People said, well, it's going to get full of grass and leaves and debris and no air movement. And then next thing you know, you burnt the rear end up and there's $4,000. And, I'm kind of like this. I mean, everybody has their own way of doing things. But, I bought this tractor. It's a piece of equipment to use around on my property, and I take pretty good pride in it. I just washed it yesterday, cleaned it up. I've got the oil and stuff sitting over here to do the 50-hour service on it that I'm gonna do myself. But I think if somebody is going to spend the money to buy this plate to try to protect from busting that fan, then they're probably, before they get on the tractor and use it, they're probably going to stick their head down there to make sure that that is not clogged up. It's just preventive maintenance. All goes hand in hand. So we'll take a look at this plate and then see about getting it on. Before we take that other one off, I'll go ahead and show you what the new one looks like. Here's mounting hardware, which feels like just a couple bolts in there. But here's the new plate. Really nice looking. TYM Customs. Looks like CNC plasma cutter. Powder coated. Finish on it looks real nice. So we'll stick it in there and see how it looks. Okay, you guys just bear with me. I'm gonna try to get a good shot of this so you can see and understand what's going on here. But so you can see the rear end there. Okay, well, right here you can see that little plastic cooling fan, that drive shaft hooked up, and then right here is this little plastic. Well, actually it is steel, it's not plastic. That's the little guard that they put on there from the factory. And like I said, some of them don't even have that. So we're going to put in the TYM Customs guard and see how it does and the fitment on it. So I did actually come close to busting that fan when I was moving some trees out here and brush. Of course I was going slow, but I did go into a little bit of a brush pile and started hearing a funny sound, a clicking sound is what it was. So I shut the tractor off, jumped off, Looked down here and there was one little stick ran right up here and was setting against the fan blade. And it, luckily nothing happened. I just pulled it out and everything was fine, but just that quick you can bust that. So we'll get some wrenches and take this off and put the new one on. I hope you guys can see this pretty well, but this is a these bolts are going to be 12 millimeter. So we'll go ahead and pop these loose here. So yeah, there's what they send you from the factory, and it's a start. But let's see how this one looks. So here's our new plate. So we'll get him and put it up here and see how it fits. And I believe we'll be able to use the factory bolts that we just took out of the other plate. That one. There it is. Now I think that some of the tractors, like I said, you know, the first RK24s, whatever you want to call them, first generation, they didn't have this little small plate shield right here, so therefore they don't have any bolts there. So TYM Customs, they did supply a bag with 2 bolts, feels like nut washers on them stuff. So if you don't have bolts, they're going to send you some to install it with. And now we just tighten it up. And there it is. That's a lot better than what we originally had. Let me get this light over and see it better. So now we got a lot more protection, you know, and there's still plenty of airflow can come around this. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, if you've done a lot of mowing, you know, I imagine if there was a belly mower, which I do not have, I do not use this to mow with. But I could imagine a lot of grass could get built up in there. But that would just be something that you would have to check. Let's say every time you mow grass, when you get done, make sure you get you a stick or something, reach up in here and rake the grass out of that. But, you know, around here on the side, there's still airflow around this way, airflow around that way, and up here in the top. This is just something to give a little more protection to keep stray sticks from wanting to get up in here and run straight into that fan. I don't think this will cause any problems whatsoever, overheating or any issues. Very good product. So anyway, that's going to pretty well wrap this video up, but that's the install on the TYM Customs hydrostatic cooling skid plate. Pretty simple. 2 bolts. Take the old ones out, stick the new plate in place, stick the new bolts in. You know, just a little added support and comfort of knowing that a little extra meat down there to protect your cooling fan. But you know, if you guys like videos, please share them and subscribe to them. Thanks for watching.